up one come all, those short, those tall. There may be some clowning around, but you'll get an earful all in all. No need for waivers, no need for saviors. Don't be frightened, do not hide. Enter now and enjoy the ride. So step right up, those far and near. The attraction is set. It's Ear for Fear.
Hi, welcome to the Ear for Fear podcast. This is the podcast that talks about scary movies or movies trying to be scary. I'm Rick. I got Scott in the house.
Hello.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much.
Welcome back.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a little
we were
bit.
Just talking about Sinners being the last.
Yeah, that was last year sometime.
Yeah.
I don't remember when last year, but I came over to your place because you had
we watched it.
Yeah, you finished the, well, I think kind of mostly finished the addition to the house, right? And you wanted to, I wanted to hear the, I don't know, what'd you call it, the surround sound?
Surround sound, the
surround
Atmos
sound? The
setup.
Atmos,
Yeah. Got the ceiling speakers and
Yeah, and we watched Sinners. I like that way more than I thought I was going to like it. I'll be honest with you. I always love vampire stuff, but I liked the take on it. I thought it was done really well. And, obviously, we were just talking, it won a ton of awards.
Right,
I don't know if it deserves that many.
Yeah.
Let's be real, but that's fine. I'm not going to hate. It was a really good movie.
Yeah.
And I was never a humongous fan of Michael B. Jordan, but I thought he was fantastic in that, man. Playing two different, roles.
Yeah. He played two different twin characters that were totally, completely undiscernible from each other, but
yeah,
they're the exact same thing.
Same thing, but yeah. Well, today you and I are doing 2026's Send Help.
You are stuck with an asshole boss. Just like I was. Although I'm betting I am a much nicer boss than you ever would have been. Except for maybe this part.
All right.
Did you see Send Help in the theater?
No,
okay.
I didn't. What's funny is I wanted to, but it wasn't like, there are certain movies that I'm like, I see a trailer for and I'm like, oh man, we got to go see that in the theater. Like Obsession.
Did you see that?
I haven't seen that. Okay. Morris and I may go see that today. Dude, when this first came on my radar, I was like, oh my God, it seems like an original idea. It looks really crazy, and I hear it's bananas.
Sam Raimi kind of returning to horror.
No, I'm just talking about Obsession.
Oh, Obsession.
But
yeah.
So I, we went and saw Dolly, we went and saw Undertone. Last weekend we went and saw Hokum, and Hokum was with Adam Scott.
Yeah.
Hokum was good, dude.
Was it?
It was really good. We haven't done an episode on it. Sometimes we'll just go and see a movie and not do an episode. It just depends on if it works out for us. You know what I mean? And we went and saw Hokum, and dude, it was good. I really enjoyed it. I would absolutely, and it's rare for me to go, I would own that because I'm just so picky anymore, man.
Yeah, right.
Or selective.
Especially since everything is just available.
It is. Yeah. But I enjoyed that one. And Send Help, like I said, it was on my radar. Everyone who went and saw it, they really liked it. I'm like, hey,
really
what did you
things
think
about it?
Yeah. But I'm like, it didn't really look like horror. I think it's like psychological horror. And then as the movie was going on, I'm like, okay, there are definitely elements of horror. And then I'm like Sam Raimi, and Sam Raimi, to me, now you're probably going to argue with me on this, but there are a few duds for me.
Sure.
I wasn't a fan of that Oz movie, and
that's by far his worst.
And then I think you and I had talked about this. You liked that Doctor Strange. I thought that one that he did, the Doctor Strange.
I thought it was entertaining.
Really?
And more enjoyable than I think any of the Marvel films I've seen after Endgame, except for the Spider-Man films.
Okay.
Just because it was fun. There was so many callbacks to like things he had done, like Evil Dead, and
Sure. I agree with you on that, but
Bruce Campbell.
I felt like it just didn't fit for me. Like one of my favorite characters in Marvel, and I'm not a humongous Marvel guy, but I like Doctor Strange. I like the character, and I like the actor, and I thought he did a great job. That one fell so flat.
It wasn't a good movie.
No,
or
it was
a great movie. I thought it was like serviceable. I watched it recently again, and I thought, like that was entertaining.
Yeah.
It was just it was fun.
It was not for me. Like and I was really excited
Even
to
with
see
the
that.
stuff like the
Because and I'll tell you why. Because I felt like that stuff didn't belong in the Marvel universe.
that's kind of why I liked it.
Because
Marvel has such a very they've become just this corporate warehouse for crapping out movies that have all the same structure. They have all the, everything's the same. And it was like, okay, like he got to insert a little bit of his like Raimi isms into the movie.
definitely did.
And I enjoyed
but I
that.
would have rather that being maybe a standalone Sam Raimi movie,
Sure, yeah.
like the Drag Me to Hells or this one. Like you can definitely, it's not that I forgot that Sam Raimi's a great film, a film like he's a great director, filmmaker. But some of the movies along the way, I'm like, I don't like to use the word sellout, and I'm not saying that Sam Raimi's a sellout, but I just felt like that Oz movie, and then the Doctor Strange movie. I'm like, come on, dude. Now, mind you, he did Spider-Man, and I enjoyed those Spider-Mans. Yeah. But then getting back into it, I don't know. I guess I think my thing is, it's like he is so good when it comes to horror or suspense. And then he does these other ones, and it's just I just feel like it's not up his alley, and it's a waste of his talents.
Yeah, I can see that. I think for a long time though, like he was always like fighting tooth and nail to get his movies made, and so there were so many movies that he did where he was like a kind of a director for hire just to get work, especially during that time, like during the early 2000s. Like horror now it's like. It's everywhere, and it's one of the only movie genre that's still going really strong and has great returns. But like for a long time, it really didn't, especially in like the early and mid 2000s. It wasn't as
I guess I could agree with you.
Even
on that.
even like the late 90s and stuff, it was all like about Final Destination, all these type of things. Like his type of horror wasn't something that I think was really anyone was wanted to pay him for.
Yeah. I mean, Drag Me to Hell was so good, dude. Like, it was so good. And then it's like you get that and you're entertained, and it's kind of creepy and whatever. It's all these things, and it absolutely has his fingerprint all over it.
Yeah.
And then he just disappears
that
from
was like
the genre.
Box office failure though, right?
I don't know if it was or not.
I mean, I know it's like a cult classic, but
I saw it in the theater and I really liked it, and we've done an episode on it. And I thought I heard there might be a sequel to that, which I'm all aboard. I'm typically not a huge sequel fan, especially when it comes to horror, because most of them kind of suck. But I don't know, man. I don't see that going bad. I just, And
I mean, maybe this will be like the thing that gets him to put together an actual another, like more something that has his fingerprints on it.
I hope so, because I mean, I'm watching this going, oh my God. I mean, this feels so much like him.
Yeah.
Like there are several scenes, like the boar scene when she's killing that boar.
Right.
Oh my God, dude. That's total Sam Raimi.
Right.
Or when Linda and Bradley are fighting and the
eye stuff,
and she's taking a chunk out of his shoulder.
Right.
Yeah, that again, stuff like that is very much Sam Raimi.
Just that kind of humor mixed up, especially with the airplane crash scene.
Oh my God, dude!
Guys are just struggling to stay alive, and he's wants her seat, and he starts. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, well, let's do really quick. I'll do a quick synopsis just in case anyone hasn't seen it. An overworked analyst and her arrogant boss survive a plane crash and must cooperate to survive on a remote jungle island while their workplace power dynamic collapses around them. Full spoilers.
1, 2, spoilers coming for you.
Yeah, so I hadn't seen it. I'd heard good things, so I'm glad you kind of recommended it. Excuse me. Watching her at the beginning was so cringy, dude. Oh my God, she was so awkward.
It was great though.
Oh my God, dude. I
love that kind of that kind of humor where it's just so sad. It's just
I can't. So it's interesting you say that. Dawn, like it reminds me of say like Steve Carell's character in the Office.
Oh right, yeah.
The Office was a great show, but it was so cringy. At times, I would watch it and I had to immediately turn it because I just couldn't do it, dude. It makes me so uncomfortable, and that was with her at the beginning. Like when she's trying to talk to, like the coworker about like karaoke.
She's trying to interject herself in that.
Yeah. Oh
in the
my
conversation.
God, dude. And then
it's so great because I've either like known people, like I've been, everybody's been part of that experience in an office where this like, or even yourself, like you're like trying to just like, and it just keeps getting worse.
Never been that person, man.
And it just gets more awkward and awkward. I love it. I'm not a huge Office fan because like that cringe humor is like because the guy's more of an asshole and people just don't laugh at stuff. But this is like this genuine person who is just like awkward and
dude, and just
weird.
And then the whole when he was the Bradley guy was coming, they were introducing him, I guess, because his dad built the company and he'd passed away and he took over.
Bruce Campbell, his dad. Did you notice
No,
that's the Bruce Campbell cameo. So in The Office, if you look up on the wall, his dad, it's a portrait.
God damn, you know
Bruce Campbell.
Was it? I didn't see that. Oh my God. Dude, I usually catch those things. No, I didn't catch that. That's funny.
Yeah, that made me laugh. Yeah.
That's pretty good. But when he's coming down and she's got the tuna fish on the side of her mouth, oh, dude.
And then it ends up on him. And and he's so grossed out by her, and you get it, and you're like, yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But he's a total asshole though too.
Total asshole.
And that kind of stuff makes me laugh too. It's when the movie goes out of their way just to show. Because people like that who are just complete pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Who are just like womanizers and like don't give a shit about anything.
Well, he doesn't need to, right? Because he's now the CEO. Everything's been handed to him, Did you think later on in the movie when he was talking to her when they were drinking that the whatever, the toilet wine or whatever they called it, do you think what he was telling her was truthful about how his dad was never around and his mom was a monster? Or was it just him simply trying to get her on his side?
Oh, that's interesting.
I was thinking about that. Like, was any of that real? Like, because there's the one scene, I'm not going to say towards the end, but kind of towards the end, where he's going to bathe and he's naked and he's doing this on purpose so that she can get an eyeful. And I just felt like it was his way of slowly getting her kind of, I guess getting her guard down and getting, her on his side where then he can go and make her the meal and essentially poison her. Like I almost felt like I wasn't sure, like, was that even the truth? Was the whole dad story, yes, when you're a CEO and you're building a humongous, company, I'm sure you're probably never around,
Sure, yeah.
But it seemed to me that the relationship that, say, his dad had with Linda was a great relationship, and he recognized her as an asset, and so I'm like, I don't know, it seemed to kind of contradict, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just reading into it,
Yeah, that's interesting. It'd be interesting to go back and watch that again and see kind of the timeline, because right now at this point I can't really remember like where they're at that point when they tell each other those things.
Well, it was, I'm not gonna say it's towards the end, but it was like I think he's
so annoyed with her kind of keeping things from him, because I know that at that point that's when he decides to poison her and take off on the raft.
Well, I think she's content with them staying there, right? Like as the time goes by, we see that, that she kind of is the boss of everything that's going on. She's clearly wanted to be on the Survivor show because we see that video. She's got all the Survivor books and all these other things, and
he can't handle.
Yeah,
he can't handle like her.
Yeah, and so it's but she seems content with them just staying there.
Yeah,
and he doesn't want to stay there.
And the reason for that also is because you find out later on, because there's a billionaire's house up on the hill that she found.
So interesting, Scott. Did you like when she said, "Hey, you see those rocks that look like an X?" I'm like, there's a house over there. I had a feeling there was a house.
Yeah, I didn't think about that because she had found the beach and the boat going by. So I just assumed that she was trying to keep him from going to that beach and seeing anybody searching for them.
Well, but that would have been like, I think. Oh yeah,
It was
I would have
right
been around
after
this
that.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, to me, I guess just because I've seen so many types of movies that do this. To me, it was like, no, I think there's a home over there. There's a home over there. And I know there's not a resort because a resort would have, way more people and stuff. Yeah. I said, but in my mind, I was like, there's probably a really nice house over there. And there was. And so I found that I get it. She had, if you think about it, what did she have back home? She didn't have anything. She had her bird. She had a bird. She had nothing, dude.
That's another question. Why is the bird alive at the end? Because she was gone. Who's feeding the
weeks
bird?
and weeks,
she doesn't have
right?
any friends or
She had no
anything.
friends.
Yeah, that bird's dead.
The bird's dead.
The bird
yeah.
at the end,
I know,
is a replacement bird.
Yeah, it has to be a replacement bird, right? Yeah, I will say this, dude. That damn, the whole plane going down. That was pretty friggin' awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I thought, it was comparable to maybe a little more brutal than say Final Destination. Another reason why I hate flying, but
you ever see the plane crash in Fight Club, which is like super realistic looking?
In Fight Club?
Yeah, there's a point in Fight Club where he's on a plane and he's narrating and he's saying, sometimes I just wish for like a midair collision, and at that moment, like another plane plunges into their plane, the wing goes through their plane, wipes out the stewardess, and there's a huge hole. All these people start getting sucked out.
No.
And it's super, especially for 99, it's so realistic, and that's one of the best plane crashes I've ever seen. It only lasts 20 seconds.
20
or something.
seconds.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Fight Club in a long time.
Oh man.
So that's probably why I've forgotten about it. Wow. No, I thought this was pretty good though.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was because they're all douchebags.
Right.
And
as they're all standing up laughing at her, I just knew like something was coming. She's strapped in.
Oh, for sure.
And it's like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah. And then, the dude is trying to take her. What was he trying to do? Take her seat or take her seatbelt? And then he stabs him. I felt all these guys needed to die. Of course, the Bradley guy, he there had to be one survivor or we wouldn't have a movie.
Right.
But,
yeah.
But I just.
Well, it makes you like hate them, but the point at which you think they need to die is when they're trying to when they're just like crawling over each other to stay alive and willing to like rip her out of her seat. It's like, okay.
Pretty much, dude. Yeah. And so I thought that was done really well. Like it felt real, and it definitely had, Sam Raimi's fingerprints on it. Like I enjoyed that a lot. I was fuck, this is cool. Because I just wasn't sure what to expect. I understand the premise of the movie, but I'm like, okay, how are we going to get a lot of like cool Sam Raimi stuff happening? And that was like the beginning,
right?
Of it,
Yeah, and just being drenched in blood, that kind of stuff throughout the movie.
Like, dude, like when she went to go hunt the boar. Again, now I will say, if I had any, I guess, and I always have a small thing to complain about. A lot of the CGI stuff.
Oh yeah, the boar looks straight out of a Pixar movie or something.
Dude, it looked bad, dude. Like I thought I was watching like some Lion King movie or something.
Right.
Like I guess it was a little better than Lion, but like,
I don't
or
know
the
about
bugs. There was a scene where either I can't remember, one of the characters I think it was him. He was doing something and bugs were around him, and the bugs looked so terribly CGI'd.
There was a moment where the camera goes over them and there is like a centipede crawling on a branch, and it's so just blatantly just fake, and it's like, why?
I don't know.
Couldn't have just shot that.
Why couldn't they have shot that, right? Like, bugs,
Sam Raimi's known for all those practical effects. It's like I understand the plane crash scene.
Sure, yeah.
But like all the stuff on the island, man, like there were so many parts where it's just like you needed to do that?
That's
in
what I don't
CGI?
understand. Yeah, because I mean, he got his start in practical effects. So, like, you couldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Like, was it a timing issue? It couldn't have been money. Like, is it more expensive to do practical versus CGI? Like, I don't know.
I think it's just easy.
It seems lazy to me.
Yeah.
It seems very lazy. Like, why couldn't you? I mean, I don't know. Like, could you have shot scenes with a real boar and then certain scenes when she's stabbing it? I mean,
that's what they did for a long time. And, you know, you look back in movies like The Edge with Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
Whereas the bear attacked them, and the whole second half of the movie is about that. Like, it looks really good because it's a real bear intershot with not real stuff. And with the editing, everything looks great. But I think they just want more of everything. And so if you want a boar running full speed in circles, there's no way to do that practically.
Yeah, I guess so.
But like,
there's been several.
We don't need that. That's where
you don't.
That's where the editing and your imagination, your suspension of disbelief comes in.
Yeah. I don't know. It bummed me out a little bit. I mean, it ended up.
It did add to the humor because
it
was so fucking terrible and ridiculous that it was just laughable.
It was
and not terrifying.
Yeah.
If it was practical, I think it would have been like.
Yeah,
you know.
I know for sure. But I mean, I did like the additional kind of gore factor. You know, like she stabbed it the one time and then literally stabbed it again, and it's dude, it's
just spewing stuff in her face.
And that's Sam Raimi, man. That's where I wanted us to have just a little more of that.
Sure.
I'll tell you where we could have had a little bit more of that is when Bradley's fiance and some guide comes to the island, and I think her name is Zuri, and she sees Linda, and Linda's like, shit, I like the way things are going, you know, and she's essentially plotting, okay, let's go up this little cliff and she's gonna fall. But to me, I kind of wished, and now mind you, we got, you know, her smashing the dude over the head with the rock. Mm-hmm. But I kind of felt like we could have got maybe a little bit more of, I don't know, something. I don't know.
Could have escalated more, and that guy could have tried to kill her. And
it could have been a fight.
Yeah.
Like maybe I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there. Like something could have happened to Zuri that would have been a little more, I don't know, a little more gore factor, and then the dude sees it, and then they're fighting, and then all of a sudden it's a fucking thing, you know?
Yeah.
And
I didn't really want to see her just like kill the fiance in like a brutal way so much, but if she attempted to do something to him, and then it backfires, and he starts to try to kill her, then that escalates into her just killing him in a brutal way, and it doesn't seem as bad.
Yeah.
But then you can get away with stuff more like that.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
not as satisfying, but
I guess not. Yeah. You know, but I mean something. Like I felt like there could have been a couple more instances of the Sam Raimi stuff. The gore.
Yeah.
I just felt like it wasn't that I didn't enjoy the movie, because I really did. I thought maybe it was a little long. Like it was nearly 2 hours, and I'm like, why does this have to be
that long?
It was almost 2 hours. I think it was an hour and 50 something minutes. And I'm like, I just don't need that. Like I've said this before, like in horror movies, you don't have to. I don't know, man. You can get in and out in an hour 30, hour 40.
Right, 90 minutes.
90 minutes.
In and out, yeah.
Which I think the next movie you and I are going to do is Primate, and that was less than 90 minutes. How awesome is that?
Well, yeah.
Because
that makes sense for that movie, because there's literally nothing happening.
Yeah. I mean, but
this could have had,
because this could have been
something more.
Dude, shave off 10, 15 minutes of this.
Yeah.
It wasn't, like I said, I still enjoyed the movie a lot, but it's just, I don't know. I just wanted a little bit more of that gore, the stuff, you know, that Raimi does very well. And he did do that in several instances, you know, their fight, when she takes a chunk out of his shoulder and then,
that was brutal.
Yeah.
That was enjoyable.
And then, I think he ends up gouging her fucking eye out.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, like
And-
oh, yeah.
Dude, yeah, and so there was that, and her choking him, and so I enjoyed that. There was some humor in it. Like, I do, one of my favorite parts in this movie is when the plane, she just stabbed, and I forget the character's name. It's essentially the douchebag dude who was going to take her promotion.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. Like,
The blonde guy.
Yeah, the blonde kind of highlights hair.
Yeah.
I started with a D. I can't remember his name. I don't think it was Donovan or something like that. And she stabbed because he's trying to do something to her. He goes out and he's stuck. And he keeps slamming up against the side of the plane, and she just puts the little thing down, the little window down.
Yeah, his tie is caught on the edge, so he's just like hanging there.
And he keeps slamming and slamming, and the blood is, and then all she does is just put the little.
Right, yeah.
I thought that was awesome,
great.
dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
little things like that I thought were great, and there was enough humor going on in the movie.
I think he's trying to do something else too with the role reversal. I think.
Who, Raimi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the movie is spent establishing their roles, and then they have a whole reversal about that. And, when she is obviously a subordinate, she's being passed over. He doesn't give a shit. He's the guy who's the head of the company. He's never done anything in his life.
Yeah.
And then things get reversed. She knows how to do everything, and she has to save his life multiple times. He can't handle it because he's kind of a piece of shit,
and he's kind of helpless. If you think about it, he damaged his leg,
totally helpless,
helpless, and it took him a while to
can't get food for himself. He can't get water for himself.
Yeah.
He can't build his own shelter.
Yeah.
He tries multiple times.
What was the fucking bug? Didn't he grab? He was so hungry. He grabbed.
Oh, yeah.
He grabbed some sort of bug, and
It's like some beetle.
it looks a beetle, dude. And he started to eat it, and then spit it out, and then his tongue was a different color, and I'm like,
and she's over there with
she's
sushi.
got fucking sushi, dude. She's got like mango. She's made a sauce for sushi, and she's got it looked like fish egg. Like, I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Right.
And he's eating fucking beetles and stuff.
Right.
And but I liked how Raimi kind of switched. Like, she's this awkward and passive person, and then makes her a murderer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Essentially, I'm not saying these guys were murderers, but they were pieces of shit, just awful human beings, and essentially he slowly made her that. And
Things she was willing to do at some point to stay on the island, and like,
did I at the beginning of the movie, he's terrible, and for a moment I started to kind of like the guy. But then that was the
until he poisons her.
Until he poisons her, right? But that's the thing. I'm like, was all of this just is there no good in him? Like, he's fake because he's probably been fake most of his life, and everything's handed to him. So like the story, by the fire when they're drinking, was that even real?
Right.
Is he just playing her this whole time,
Yeah.
and he's just a total douche, Or is there some humanity in him? And at times I felt like there was,
Yeah, she's also kind of fucking with him though too, and she's keeping things from him, and she's almost making him subservient to him, to relying on her
for sure.
And I think he any moment that he has of like where he's actual human, then something she might do, even if it's not overt, then I think it kind of pushes it messes with his ability to be able to handle a woman, especially if someone who's a servant to him, having more knowledge and more ability to do something.
Yeah,
and it just like pushes him farther in that direction.
No, for sure, man.
It's just kind of these both. At some point, I was like, I don't really think I'm supposed to root for either of them, because at some point you're like rooting for her a little bit, especially in the beginning. But then she's keeping so many things from him, and then him moments.
No, for sure.
Back.
Like, honestly, it's funny you say at the end of the movie, I think I would have been okay with either whoever died.
Yeah, right.
Like I mean, they were both bad.
Yeah.
At that time, they're both kind of shitty.
Yeah.
You know, and I could see both of their sides.
Right.
And yeah, and so I mean, it was interesting how that played out. I did like that she all of a sudden found the knife and she said something about how, you know, it just washed up. It's like, really, dude, you're so stupid that you really think that's. I mean,
I think it was a moment where he was like, yeah, she's keeping things from me, or
for sure, man. I mean, but yeah, like I don't know. I mean, you could tell she felt remorse for killing those people. I did like the whole. That was one of my favorite parts when the kind of ghost of Zuri comes up on the beach.
Yeah.
It kind of almost had a Creep Show feel. Like, remember at the one story in Creep Show with Ted Danson where, you know, they come back alive and they're these kind of zombie and they're all wet. It kind of had a little bit of that feel to me on it.
Part of me was waiting for her to just like turn into the witch from Army of Darkness or something.
Yeah, right.
Just like
but it was cool. Like again, there's absolutely elements of Sam Raimi. I just kind of wish there could have been a little bit more of that, but I mean, it was still a really good movie. Like, I mean, the again, that fight. Then then he sees the house. He goes into this beautiful house, and
that's like the big twist. That there's this.
And I don't know. I mean, I for some people, yeah, I guess. I like I said, I knew there was something. I just had a feeling. I think sometimes I've seen so many. It's not that stuff doesn't surprise me anymore. Like, there are some times I'm watching a movie going, holy shit, I didn't see that. But then I'm like, yeah, come on, I can see this a mile away. And I kind of felt like that was the case. And it was fine. And I'm glad I was right.
Yeah.
And it added a cool little element to the movie. And then, you know, them kind of fighting it out and him, you know, kind of this little speech to her about, let's stay here forever and I love you and all this other shit. And I'm
right.
like, dude, you know,
yeah.
And then, but I mean, you know, I liked that she caught that he had taken I guess it was
antler?
Like a statue or something. Was
like
it
an antler?
Yeah,
from,
antler or like a horn or something.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell what that was. Was that a bull? I didn't even know what the hell that was. It just was some fancy art piece that a billionaire would have.
Yeah.
You know, and he took part of it. She noticed it, and then and then, you know, whooped his ass and teed off on him with the golf club. So I mean, you know, I was fine. Like I said, I liked the movie. I really, honestly, just a few little things. I just wish there was more of the gore, and I wish there was less CGI. But as a whole, or maybe a little shorter of a movie. But I really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah,
like,
I enjoyed it. I love deserted island movies or man versus nature.
Yeah, the elements. You know, surviving the elements.
Like that with the Raimi twist.
Yeah, with the Raimi twist.
Because I kept thinking of like Castaway.
Yeah. Or what was the Lord? Was it Lord of the
Flies?
Lord of the Flies.
Yeah. Frightening.
Yeah.
Movie. And then I don't know if you've ever seen. So there's a movie called Swept Away. And
Swept Away.
There's two. There's a one with Madonna that Guy Ritchie did that like ruined his career for a long time.
What? He did it with Madonna?
Yeah, because he was married to Madonna.
And he had her in the movie?
So he cast her in this movie called Swept Away, which is a remake of an Italian film that has a long title, but it's shortened to Swept Away.
Swept Away. Okay.
So like that is about a rich woman who's like a wife of a billionaire who is on a yacht, and there's they have servants and workers, and she's just like deriding one of them. Just at any chance she gets, she's just making him feel like shit.
Yeah.
And at some point she wants to go out on a little dinghy.
Oh, okay.
And so she needs someone to go with him, one of the deckhands. So he goes with her, and then they get stuck on a deserted island together. Okay. And the roles get reversed. Oh. And he knows how to survive because it depends on which version you're watching, but basically, he's knowledgeable or he's been in the service or...
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So he knows, and that at some point, they basically, like, he... It depends on if you're watching the Italian one. The roles get reversed like hardcore. Like it's almost raping her. It's like at some point, it's like but it's like a push and pull. It's like you are serving me now, like type of thing. But but I'm gonna let you. But then I'll let you come fall in love with me. You know, he's making her sort of, depend on him. It's not as bad with the Madonna one, but still in the same vein. They end up falling in love because she ends up but in the end, I don't think they're ever together. So like,
interesting.
They don't end up together. In the original one, when they go back to their lives, they just settle back into their roles. So she settles back into her life as a rich debutante or whatever. Yeah. And so plot is this exact same.
Seems very similar.
And I think they know that. I think the whole idea is.
And I've never seen Swept Away. If I had, I would. Yeah, I'd say it absolutely sounds like the same.
Yeah. I think the original one has a lot of like commentary about communism and like because you have the, you have the working man and the proletariat and the bourgeoisie and like it's all about that, but essentially it's just role reversal. And they end up falling in love. And so this one, you're like, I was wondering, like, are they gonna?
Yeah, I did too.
I didn't watch any trailers. I haven't seen. I just heard it's good things. But like, especially in the moment that they're talking and drinking the toilet wine. Yeah, you're like, is something?
Yeah, no, happen? I mean, or like this when they went into that cave when that storm hit.
Oh yeah,
and
right.
I'm like. Is something going to happen?
Yeah.
Or did something happen? We just didn't see it because then I don't think the next scene was him being nude. No, I think when she woke up they had drank the wine and then she woke up in the morning with a little bit of a hangover and he was butt naked, getting ready to go bathe, and she was sneaking a peek.
Right.
And I believe all of that was on purpose.
Staged, yeah.
Yeah. And then the thing when he poisons, dude, I love this part. When he poisons her, she's fucking sick as hell, and then he takes his rinky dink fucking raft out of the water, and then he bypasses the first wave and he thinks he's like golden, and he turns around. He's like, "Fuck you, Linda!" And he's flipping around.
He's laughing.
And the next fucking one hits him and it just literally obliterates the shitty ass raft that he built. Dude, this thing was awful. It even included like part of the plane. I think he incorporated part of the seat of the plane in his shitty ass raft. Right. And then I think she gets him. I don't know if she gets him out of the water. Or he gets out of the water, and she's giving him mouth to mouth and is just throwing up all over.
Right? Yeah, that was great.
I thought that was great.
Rainy grossness.
Yeah, that's the stuff I love, man, because it's so fucking over the top.
Yeah,
that you have to find humor in it.
Right. Yeah,
and that's what I love about Sam Raimi's stuff. Because, I mean, if you remember Drag Me to Hell, there was lots of that.
Yeah, right. That was like ratcheted up to 10, yeah.
That's the stuff I love. I don't like stuff that's, like, gross. Like, I feel like when Sam Raimi does it, there's a point to it. It makes sense, right? When some other directors or movies do it, and it's just to get a cringe, and it doesn't seem relevant or it doesn't fit, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Or they're just trying to shock you or something.
Yeah. But Raimi, when he does
it's like entertaining.
It's entertaining and it's humorous and it fucking works.
He's not trying to make you have nightmares.
Yeah.
Or give you PTSD or something. He just wants to entertain you.
Yeah.
It's like, how can I do the grossest thing possible and people will enjoy this? Like, this is hilarious.
Yeah, for sure, too.
Is that like element of like slapstick? That's especially.
And when he's on, he does it so well, dude. The only part we haven't talked about that I thought was kind of cool is when when he was starting to eat the sushi,
she punishes him.
And he literally can't move. And I thought she was cutting off his pee-pee.
Yeah.
And it was just a rat.
That was a good scene.
But that was good too.
Yeah.
That was the only part we hadn't talked about, and I really liked that. I thought, again, done really well. Because honestly, dude, the trailer didn't give away a lot. but when you see the trailer once, it's like you don't need to see it again. And I kind of, and I didn't going into this. I didn't watch anything else. I just wanted to kind of go into it as blind as I could go into it. And so yeah, another solid scene. But as a whole, dude, I mean, it's a good movie. I would absolutely recommend Send Help.
Yeah, I would definitely
people.
watch it again too, because that's kind of like my litmus for movies is like, how much did I enjoy it, but would I watch it again?
Yeah,
it's like I would absolutely.
And I think I would
again.
definitely watch it again. Yeah, I think I would definitely watch it again now, especially since I didn't see Bruce Campbell's photo in the.
Yeah,
that bothers me. I always catch little shit like that.
It's so Bruce Campbell.
It is,
Dude,
yeah. Well, I don't know if you've seen the new trailer to the new Evil Dead movie. I think it's called Evil Dead Burn. Right. Have you seen the trailer to this?
I saw the trailer, yeah.
I
haven't seen any of the new Evil Dead movies.
No, I mean they're all right, man. I just like Evil Dead Rise. They're
not funny. They're
not. There's a couple there's a couple humorous scenes, but no, they're so far from being like a Sam Raimi type movie. Mm-hmm. And this new one seems the same way. I think he's in it, but he's not in the trailer, but I have a feeling he's going to be in it somehow. But I mean, it's not that these movies are, it's not that they're a bad movie. They just don't have the same feel. Some of the stuff is done really well. It's cool, The Evil Dead Rise was okay. I think we did an episode on it. I liked it. I didn't love it. And I didn't like the remake. It was just okay for me. But I mean, they're not awful. They're not awful.
The third one.
I want to say they did. Okay, so they did Evil Dead. I guess you could call it like a remake, but I don't know if it's like or a reboot. Maybe reboot is the proper way to say it. And then it was Evil Dead Rise. And then I think it's called Evil Dead Burn.
This is the third one.
And I think this is like the third one, unless I'm missing one, but I don't think I am. I enjoyed that show they had. Was it
Ash versus Evil Dead?
Yeah, I liked that.
Yeah, Raimi directed like the first episode. And
dude, I enjoyed those because it was still kind of gory and it still had some humor.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
Bruce Campbell.
Still like Bruce Campbell. Yeah, I enjoyed that show. And like I said, they're not. Like I said, these Evil Dead ones they're not awful, but I don't know. It just doesn't have the same feel.
Yeah.
But anyways, anything else you want to add? I don't think so, man. I think we kind of like nailed most of it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, check out Send Help. Go check it out, especially if you like Sam Raimi. He's
a polarizing director.
He is. Oh, you know what? Last thing, I didn't know Danny Elfman did the music. I happened to catch that. Yeah.
It feels very Danny Elfman.
He did the music for it.
Yeah. He also did it to the Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah.
That Sam Raimi.
I mean,
did.
that's funny. That's funny because I mean, he did
Darkman. He did the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
They work together a lot.
Yeah, well, like him and Tim Burton, right?
Yeah.
It's like when you got Tim Burton and Sam Raimi in your corner, that's pretty good. That's two pretty good directors to have, So, anyways, that's it, man. Well, thanks for coming on out. That's Send Help, everyone. Check it out. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you later. You listened all the way to the end. We appreciate that. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Ear for Fear Podcast, Twitter at Ear for Fear, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Ear for Fear Podcast. You can also check out our website, earforfear.com. There we list news and events. We're available on all the main platforms, so make sure you tell a friend. We hope you come back and get an earful.